real success with his Space Oddity single. But by that time, he'd changed his name to David Bowie. Today, in our retro feature, we take a look at the many faces of Bowie, who became known by many other names throughout his career.
By the age of 12, I was absolutely certain that I just wanted to be the English Elvis. Elvis is English and fly on the hills. I told my schoolmaster that. He said, "What do you want to be?" You know, it's like those things they say, what jobs are you getting, you know, in the class term? I said I wanted to be the English Elvis. So I had an idea in my mind. There's something that, you know, I would prove once and for all that I could do something.
Well, David Jones proved without a doubt that he could do something, becoming musician, composer, actor and the creator of Ziggy Stardust, Bowie's cult stage persona.
I didn't think it would have such long standing. I thought it would be sort of very ephemeral, it would be more or less over the year that I dropped him. There seemed to be some element of high priest about him. What his message was, I'm not quite clear even to this day exactly what was being expressed. I know from my own personal point of view it was a sense of alienation and isolation, being kind of a lonely child. I think a lot of people related to that element in him. Even though he seemed so gregarious and sort of exhibitionist and everything, I think it was, the subtext of it was that this was one very lonely guy.
Lonely or not, Ziggy Stardust firmly established Bowie as one of the major talents to come out of the UK, which he rapidly built on, becoming part of contemporary rock vocabulary.
The main problem of becoming mainstream is to avoid the impulse to remain popular. And if you believe that popularity comes from a formulaic kind of music, you tend to fall into that. And that's a really great danger for an artist who does a lot of writing. Ashes to ash and funk to funky, we know Major Tom's a junkie. But if you want to do what you wanted to do in the beginning, you have to make quite, you know, decisions like, well, if I commit myself to doing what I did in the beginning, which is really take chances, then you've got to be prepared to lose large parts of the audience that came to you because you hit on this one thing which became popular. So it's a decision process, you know. And I made my decision.
Because of his flair for strong visual imagery and theatricality, Bowie's earned a reputation as one of rock's original reinventors.
The reinvention thing for me, I think, has been overplayed a bit. I mean, it was really just to expand on general concepts, and which were sort of, how can you keep devising new vocabularies? Because once you know the currency of rock and roll, you end up saying the same thing if you're not careful. So if you want to actually get into new areas, you have to start reinventing the vocabulary of rock. I've always looked at things texturally, and it's a sense of developing all the dimensions of whatever project I'm on, not just at a musical level, but giving them some kind of life, so that they have a life of their own, and so you dress them and stage them and create a sound for them and give them their lives.
Earlier this year, Bowie released Black Tie, White Noise, his most critically acclaimed album of recent years, and he's just completed a soundtrack for a BBC television series. Given his vast repertoire and his status as a musician, the Thin White Duke has had the luxury of being involved in ambitious and very diverse projects.
Burning up each other's love, burning up our lives. I always chose what I wanted to get involved in. And I've always just done exactly what I wanted to do. Sometimes it wasn't good, and other times it was excellent.